Don't let the family narcissist spoil Christmas. So in this little series of 3 articles and podcasts, this is the final one. We're going to talk about some ideas on taking your life back on the day. We know behavioral narcissists of all kind, crave the center of attention, particularly during big family events like Christmas. What usually happens when I work directly with clients is that we spend some time learning about the patterns of behavior of their very own BN, behavioral narcissist. By understanding the rhythms, we get to pick the times we go to battle. And also when not to do so, of course. And it gives them an element of control back to their lives. Story I'm sure I've quoted before is with a client whose husband didn't like her going to the gym early in the mornings, every morning. She went, she met a group of girlfriends. They had a workout, they did a class or something, and then they had a cup of coffee, and then she came home and worked all day in the family business. He grizzled every day. So we worked out that the best times of years for him in an annual cycle, and because he was a farmer, and we worked out that the best way to dissolve this desire, this grizzle on a daily basis, was to make him come with. It wasn't set up, it wasn't planned in advance. She said, right, get your coat on, we're going now. And he saw that she wasn't seeing other men, she wasn't unfaithful, she was seeing a couple of women friends on a daily basis. So they had a workout, had a coffee, he sat with them, and he stopped grizzling after that. But we'd learnt the rhythms first to see what was right, what was the right time to do it. So any family get together, a big party, is low-hanging fruit to be plucked by the family behavioral narcissist. Of course, this is particularly challenging at times like Christmas, holidays, etc. Now, here I'm going to give you 6 ideas, 6 opinions to consider. Hopefully, some or all of these will help you get through Christmas without committing assault or anything worse than that. Number 1, have a positive attitude about Christmas. Push your mind setting to positive, and before the event, stop concerning yourself with the 1 or 2 who are going to try and take the center ground of attention and spoil the party. So what I'm saying is, even before the event, don't give them special attention. What you do is get on with the majority. Number 2, define some clear boundaries. In your head, not out loud, they may appear to be ultimatums, and if you try and give someone else an ultimatum, they won't listen, least of all the BN, because they're not listening at all. Ultimatums are always best about yourself. For example, if this happens, I'm going to respond in this way. If someone crosses a boundary, then be gentle and tell them what they need, what you need from them. The ultimatum never works on someone else. It will only ever work on yourself. Number 3, if that behavioral narcissist grabs the spotlight with a story of grandiosity, let it run until the moment you can steer the audience away onto something else. Time to eat, etc. Or would you like another drink? Peel them off one at a time. Come in the kitchen, tell me what you want to drink. If you have ever raised a puppy, which is something we're doing right at this moment, you will know the art of distraction. There is never any point of trying to get a naughty teenager to drop something. But if you offer an alternative, then they will drop the object in favor of what you offer. Here we can assume the audience is looking for a way out, so offering a distraction will work. If you're listening to a story by the BN, it's good to acknowledge their accomplishments, even successes. And that makes them feel more comfortable. And when they feel more comfortable, go to point 3 above. Does anybody need a drink? It will just draw them away, but they will be in their best mood because they've got attention, and then you distract like the puppy. Number 5, I hope this goes without saying, but limit what you share. A question from the BN can be a gentle hand grenade to entice you to disclose. This maintains engagement with them at the center. I've often called behavioral narcissists a one-trick pony. They know how to entice and how to throw things like little disclosure bombs, and when you are bonded, these become incendiary. In both cases, this one trick is to create response from you, from which they can feed. So the key to control of a narcissistic personality is how you respond. The biggest thing I can tell you how to do. Number 6, if interactions become overwhelming, and these people can be overwhelming, have a plan to step away briefly for a breath of fresh air or to regroup with other guests. Shall we go in the kitchen for a drink? So nobody should be smoking, but if there is any smokers, would you like to go outside and have a cigarette? Just take the break to settle yourself down. And here you can foster connections with other people who may also feel overshadowed. And when you're refreshed, get back in there. You're winning. The thing most important to remember is that the BN will not change. They never change. And the reason they don't change is A, they don't think there's anything wrong with them, and B, they don't have the self-knowledge to realize that they need to. I'm often asked by people, can they be cured? The short answer is no, but the long answer is, if I could take that person back to their childhood, before the point at which they thought they got the meaning of life by bullying people, then you've got chances of retraining. But because that's not a possible thing to happen, then the answer is the short one, no. The only thing that will change is the way you respond to them. You can either stay engaged with them, or you can leave them behind you. We all have a right to be toxic free in our lives. And when we come across somebody toxic, it's very easy to be knocked off balance. But what you have to remember is your own self-worth. If you need help, I am around. There is a membership on this brand new website that we have. There is a membership that you can join and get more of me than these free podcasts. But hopefully what I've done is I've given you food for thought about how you're going to deal with Christmas. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. And I will see you in 2026.